What's up, everybody? This is Kenny Cummins here of Chilling with Kenny C right here on TMVCafe.com, bringing you entertainment to your ears. We're about a week away to Halloween. Hope everybody getting the costumes ready, the candy, all that jazz, you know what I'm saying? And this is for the wrestling hits for tonight's show. Joined with my guests, a veteran in professional wrestling, doing his thing. He goes by the name of Wild Fatone. He's with me right now. How's it going?
It's going, brother. How's it going with you?
Good, man. Thank you so much for joining me.
Not a problem. Glad to be here.
Awesome, man. So talk a little bit about how did you get started into becoming a wrestler?
Well, I started, as it all does as a kid. You see it on TV, all the bright lights and the crowd and all the glitz and the glamour, and you're like, yeah, I want to do that. Then you find out you can get paid to yell at people and beat people up. So it was kind of a no-brainer for me. I went to HWA in 2005. It was during the transitional period of Les Thatcher leaving it to Cody Hawk. I was with them for a little bit and then went out from there.
I am definitely familiar with Cody Hawk. We're very talented wrestler there. Get learning from him definitely is a way to go.
Oh,
So yeah, so shout out to Cody. He's very
right.
gifted, very talented.
Uh,
So that
he's
that
down there
has
in Tennessee with the Micro Wrestling Federation, isn't he?
yeah,
Yeah.
come on, yes, sir. Uh, so you've been around since the 2000s, mid
Yes, sir.
2000s. Uh, Looking back at that, man, as we all know, wrestling in general takes a toll on a human's body.
Oh yeah.
Um, and just the bumps, the bruises, man, you look back at everything that you've done, man. How you feel about your career up to this point with everything you've been able to accomplish?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've basically done everything I set out to do in my, career goals, but one match. There's one match that still eludes me to this day. That's Bloody Mania for JCW. But other than that, I mean, I've worked for him before. I've traveled. I mean, there's a couple of other states I like to get to, but I could, if I wanted to retire right now, I could retire happy.
So pretty much, man. That's good. Being able to do all that you can do, put your heart and soul into this, and getting the respect from fans, from peers.
Gosh, I
Um,
don't get that.
yeah, but nonetheless, man, like you done some incredible things. So the fact that and it's about for wrestling in general is about moments. It's about a lot of things. It's about leaving that impression, leaving moments that people can just look back and say, I saw this, I seen that, and I think that's what makes wrestling cool. That's what makes it compelling.
Oh yeah.
Like any other form of sport. Like you watch a game or whatever, it makes you feel something, whether you're cheering for somebody, whether you're booing somebody, but it leaves a lasting impression and gives you the moment that you look back on. Um, so, uh, with the year winding down, we're getting to literally the last 2 full months at this point. What do you have on the horizon for these last 2 months of the year?
Building an empire. Um, I basically recently, well, not too recently, last year, I relocated to Bedford, Indiana from Cincinnati, and I started a wrestling company with my roommate down here. I was running one up in Ohio, but I don't live in Ohio anymore. So we started one down here. We're running our second show November 9th here in Bedford. It's Beast Mode Wrestling presents One Rude Night. hosted by the one and only legendary JCW superstar Rude Boy. And with him, he's bringing ECW veteran referee A.T. Huck.
Hmm. That's awesome, man. And so not only you wrestling still, but you got your own promotion now. You got your own shows that you're running. So what led you into wanting to start putting together your own shows and stuff?
Well, I've been running shows on and off since 2011. It started with HFW, Hardcore Freestyle Wrestling.
Mhm.
I was running shows out of Amelia, Ohio, at a carpet store, and then ran shows from there. And then basically, when I moved down here, there was a wrestling company in town, but we'll just leave it at that. Um, so I decided, the town deserves better, deserves something more, and I can give it to them.
There you go. Filling that void, is basically what y'all doing. And
Exactly.
so that's so far so good. Y'all check out that show November the 9th at Bedford, Indiana. There's a VIP meet and greet with A.T. Huck. So get your tickets for
And Rude
that.
Boy.
Yeah, him boy for sure. So of course, that's support independent wrestling first and
Oh, definitely.
foremost.
Definitely.
There's a lot of good promotions in your areas, in your neck of the woods, and that's a lot of talented people out there, and they will appreciate you going checking out these shows and see what they're all about, see what they bring to the table. Uh,
Absolutely.
no pun intended, with the shirt that I'm wearing right now. Uh, so November the 9th, go check that show out if you are in the Bedford, Indiana area. So I do be at Indiana from time to time, most notably like Jeffersonville
Okay.
and
Not too
Evansville.
far.
Yeah, so I live in Kentucky currently, Lexington. So I do travel every now and then. Um, so back to the shows that you do that you've been promoting and booking and things like that. Uh, how would you describe that experience as far as you putting the shows together, booking people, things like that, compared to just being a wrestler that goes to these shows? Was it like just the behind the scenes as far as you putting the show together?
Well, being a wrestler, you tend to just have the innate ability to show up, do what you're told, get paid, and leave. When you're running the show, you get all the stress, all the anxiety, all the egos and male divas, and you really don't start calming down until roughly about intermission, and the seats are filled, and you judge the crowd, how ruckus the crowd is, and if they're into it, and if not, then you got to figure out what you do last minute, just on the spot, to hype them back up.
Yeah, I definitely can understand that. Like man, that is overwhelming. Um, but it feels like putting the pieces together, like a puzzle of
Oh yeah,
sorts. So it's just a matter of putting the right pieces together. Of course, you're gonna have your good moments, you're gonna have your bad moments, but you also look at it as a learning experience and see what went well and see what you can do next time around. Uh,
every show in itself is a learning experience, because in this business, if you stop learning, get the hell out. You
yeah,
never stop learning. I don't know the language, my bad.
no, you're good, you're good. But yeah, that's true, man. It's like wrestling is pretty much life in general, man. You can never stop learning. You can always learn something different that maybe
Right.
that you may not know of or be aware of. So uh,
Well, it's been my experience, the locker room that I've been in. Most of your indie companies will kind of specialize themselves, and what I mean by that is you got deathmatch companies, you've got traditional old school companies, and then you've got the high flying luchador companies, and I try to bring all of it in one show. So, I mean,
okay,
because the average wrestling fan is not going to like one subsection. They're going to sample it all.
yeah, for sure, absolutely. Everybody has their preference. Things, what I like about indie shows in general is that you definitely get a closer glimpse of the wrestlers compared to like a televised show while you just watching it from afar. With wrestling, it's people, it's people nitpick at everything.
Oh,
No
yeah.
matter what you say, no matter what you do, they are the fans, the marks, or whatever term people want to use. People gonna have something to say, and but at the end of the day, there's gonna be more people enjoying it than those that don't enjoy it. You know,
Right.
just fine where things are working. So, but hey, I like what you're doing. I like the shows that you're putting together, and that you've been in this business for a long time, man. So you know the ins and outs from a wrestler perspective, and now a promoter's perspective.
Oh, yeah.
So you know what works. Your resume speaks for itself. Uh,
I wouldn't go
so
that far, but
yeah, I mean, but you got the experience, so
right.
so yeah, um,
The experience and the connections and,
yeah,
the drive to actually do it.
yeah, for sure, man. Uh, so check out the show, man. On February, not no, not February, November the 9th. It's coming up on at St. Bedford, Indiana. Actually 512 P Street at Bedford, Indiana. And again, that they got the meet and greets. They got a lot of your favorite stars out there in that promotion. And go check it out, man. Beast Mode Wrestling. I like the name Beast Mode Wrestling. So,
We are actually currently in the process of hand building the cage for one of our matches.
ooh,
So
okay.
we got a cage match, and it's 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 a match that's been in this area for a while, and the fans know it, and they've been at each other's throats, and never got to finish the story, as they say.
Yeah.
So we're building the cage. I'm gonna lock them in it and let them beat the hell out of each other.
Hey, that's the beauty of wrestling. Like think we agree to disagree. People, the talking is cool, but fans really pay their money to see them throw hands. And
Well,
with them,
it's a family blood feud. It's a family blood feud. Renegade versus his cousin Jordan Byers.
yeah,
You know, Jordan Byers talks a lot of crap. Renegade's gonna do what he does.
yeah, with this being in the steel cage, there's nowhere to hide, nowhere to run.
No.
Like once that cage is closed, once that bear wings, have at it, fellas. Let's see who the better person is.
And see, we actually have we're actually going to have a bit of a different design cage. You're not going to be able to climb out of this cage, and there is no door. So there's no getting out of this match until we drop one of the walls.
Wow. Wow, this ain't your traditional cage match, it seems
No,
like.
it is not, sir.
So 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 man, like all these competitors, they better get their strategy in before they go into the ring and the cage is lowered down. So wow. That's if that doesn't convince people to go to this show, I don't know what will. And the whole card in general is great. This cage match is gonna be crazy. So please, November the
Our
9th.
main event, I don't mean to cut you off. Our main event is Anderson Graham versus Levi Motionless in an unsanctioned lights out match.
Mm, unsanctioned. Oh man, so they're like, forget the wins and losses. Let's just fight, man. Let's just fight.
They've been battling up and down these Indiana roads for years, from what I hear. So they want to do it again. I'm gonna let them
See,
make
I
some
like
money off
his
that.
I like his style, man. I like his style, Rob. Like when you see a conflict, you know how to handle it. You know how to you have a solution for it. So these wrestlers, they want to go at it. You let them go at it, and whatever happens, happens.
Provide the venue and the fans and make some money off of them.
Yeah,
The
money.
old American way.
Yes, indeed. So, wow, man, it was great having you on the show tonight, man. Thank you so much.
Great to be here.
Great to chat with you. Check out Beast Mode Wrestling, not November the 9th.
If I may, brother, if I may,
Yeah,
give me a second. Let
yeah,
me get my announcer voice on here.
gotcha.
Ladies and gentlemen, Saturday, November 9th, you can catch us in Bedford, Indiana at 512 P Street for Beast Mode Wrestling Presents One Rude Night, hosted by JCW legend Rude Boy, and also featuring legendary ECW referee A.T. Huck. VIP tickets are $15. VIP doors open at 5:30. General admission tickets are $10, and general admission doors open at 6:30. Bell time is 7.
There you have it. Check it out. Beast Mode Wrestling coming at you in a couple weeks. Thanks again, man, for your time.
Thank you again.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your and have a great show on the 9th next month.
Thank you, and hope to see you there.
All right, man. You have a good night.
Hey, we could possibly do a live broadcast if you're down. Just throwing
I'll,
that out there.
I'll definitely keep that in mind, man. Thanks again.
Not a problem, brother. You have a good one.
Oh, you too. All right.